Greetings everyone, Quintessence42, your lone archiver here, and today we'll be talking about machine guns. There is, by actual definition, three machine gun support weapons that you should consider bringing to mostly bug missions. However, bot missions are also viable for all of these cases. These would be the machine gun, the Stalwart, and the heavy machine gun, each offering a different level of penetration. These three machine guns are a light penetrating weapon with really high ergonomics and ammo capacity and fire rate, a regular machine gun, which you get at the start, which is a middle ground between the two with medium armor penetration, decently good ergonomics and recoil control, and a slightly lower fire rate with slightly higher bullet damage per shot, and a machine gun that has about 50% of the magazine size of the other two, or more specifically the regular machine gun, and awful ergonomics, but you get heavy armor penetrating, and also can do a lot of standard damage to units, instantly deleting most bugs. You may also consider 2, maybe 3 other weapons as part of the machine gun category, despite not being proper machine guns. The first is the heavy machine gun encampment, which despite not being a support weapon, is really good for just sitting in one spot and mowing down bugs. You may also consider the laser cannon a machine gun, despite the fact that it isn't a machine gun like the others, because it fires for a long duration per magazine, or in this case, heatsink, and you can kill a lot of targets with it. It's also heavy armor penetrating, putting it on a similar level to the heavy machine gun, but without the awful ergonomics. Instead, what you get is you have to manage your fire, and who has a slight benefit for that, can achieve infinite ammo and get to ignite enemies. Of course, the laser cannon also lacks the proper stagger force of any of the other machine guns, making it a weird outlier case because it doesn't have that crowd control potential. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It does mean that it tends to be worse than the others at the bug front, where stagger force is incredibly important, but being able to delete Devastators just by pointing this at their faces is delicious. In this video, we will mostly be sticking to talking about the Stalwart, the machine gun, as a basis for a future video that'll talk about alternative crowd-controlling weapons. With that, let's get into a few gameplay clips with the Stalwart, and then we'll show off some solo play of the regular machine gun. Note that in the group play, people in my squad are using the other machine gun types, but this won't be as easy to demonstrate or as relevant to demonstrate. Before we even get into the gameplay, let's talk about when you should actually take the Stalwart. The Stalwart, by many people's definition, is, oh, it's what you get if you want a primary weapon in your support weapon slot, but this isn't necessarily the case. The Stalwart still has insanely high damage, only comparable to the Liberator Carbine in comparison fire rate and damage per shot. But what it makes up for is the fact that it has a ridiculously high magazine size at over 200 rounds. What the Stalwart lets you do is suppress things for an incredibly long amount of time. It is really important to know that every single machine gun has good stagger force. Stagger force stops things from advancing towards you. Stagger force stops things from shooting you accurately or hitting you effectively. By having a large amount of bullets and a decent amount of stagger force, you can keep entire hordes of enemies at bay without even having to outright kill them. However, because you're also shooting more than 1,000 rounds per minute, you also shred right through everything, allowing you to kill that entire horde of enemies, while making good management to sweep across them and prevent the entire swarm from getting closer and closer to you or your teammates behind you. This makes the Stalwart an incredible team play weapon, because while it can't hit larger targets, it can cover for your autocannon, recoilless rifle, airburst, or anything else that has a long stationary reload, and you can keep them reloading rather than getting interrupted by hunters, warriors, or even, on the bot front, devastators. This can set you up in a lot of ways. But I would still recommend, if you are running the Stalwart, to take a heavier hitting medium primary weapon. Examples like the crossbow and the plasma punisher come to mind because it lets you have big radius to essentially, if you run out of shots in your Stalwart and have to back up and reload, this lets you set up and control the whole crowd while you're still just sort of making space to reload yourself. Jumping ahead to our first engagement with the Stalwart, I set up on a rock. I switched to a lower fire rate mode so that way I can start clearing up these enemies without wasting too many shots while things are safe. And then seeing that it's mostly hive guards and I'm at an elevated angle above them, being unable to hit the undersides of their armor to penetrate through properly, I decided to switch to the crossbow and start keeping things at bay with that, seeing that cardboard is already taking over on the mainline machine gun front with their proper machine gun. I then switched to the full fire rate, seeing that this fight is beginning proper with a bug breach. As the Impaler turns, I try to get the slight little slivers of its weak spot from the underside, and we do end up taking it out. I then throw a 500 kg, hearing the sounds of a Bile Titan pulling itself up out of the earth, and seeing that land a little bit short by hitting the Impaler corpse and being blocked from doing significant damage to the Bile. It's thermite time, which is another important part of this loadout because, again, we don't really have any anti-tank at all. I took the anti-tank mines just to experiment it with them for this run, and we also have the 500 kg, but that is still very limited as opposed to how many things we can take care of. The good news is that Impalers, due to the nature of how much they can expose their weak spot and how quickly you can burst through them, is you can kill them pretty easily. I also make the mistake here of stepping into the line of fire of that Bile Titan, thinking it was about done, but that was just a mistiming thing. That doesn't have anything to do with the Stalwart itself.
Cut it off like short, so you can be more control.
I went right through him. He's still up.
It being like a full command, right? It's a full send sort of thing.
True.
It means you're not just jumping blindly into random shit. Much like the dive, it's a deliberate tool.
There's something very ironic by what Fuse says about the jump pack and how I use it in this clip here. Not only did I use it to get closer to the Bile Titan to throw a thermite on it, when I use it to get out of the water here, I end up realizing that I've jumped in front of a charger and I'm stuck between two different rocks, unfortunately leaving me crushed in between.
But now it's that
Seems
extra
like bug
ammo, it's
against
full tilt.
Bug against the automatons?
No, the HMG in the last patch had some type of bug that...
I'm making a joke. I'm very sad.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I missed it too.
I should have just revolvered him.
Where is that?
I'm very hungry.
Oh, I hear a big bastard.
Oh, he's walking away from us.
Yep.
Reloading.
Oh, I forgot, I have a rocket turret. I can just... Here we go.
What did I bring again?
Where the hell is this bastard? There he is.
Got some ammo
Hello.
over here too.
I'm set on my end. Alright. Then last load.
I have a crossbow, so I'm planning on taking this.
Engaging terminal.
Since I do actually pick up the package and start carrying it over to main objective, we're going to skip ahead until I can put the Stalwart back in my hands again, when I run into some trouble and decide to drop the package to swap to the Stalwart to take care of things.
Activating jump pack.
Grounds.
Dropping package. Sending in an eagle.
Well,
Sometimes.
the only thing I was worried about is how easy they would be to kill yourself with, but they're not that easy, so...
I was worried about, and I was worried too, you had to like select an ammo type. And I'm like, well, I'm just not going to use them.
I hear Stalkers.
But...
Yeah, I see Stalkers.
There's also a spore tower past this way. By the time I get aimed on the actual stalker that is going to be the first one to engage me, its tongue is already out, so it's too late and $1 short to be able to stop it from sending me flying. Good news is, the second I'm actually in position, I keep them all pinned down one by one as they get stuck in each other's bodies to push into me. I then use the crossbow to take out their nest and get back to work shredding through hunters and everything else that's come through from that bug breach and nest to get back to the package.
Oh, there is a bug tunnel breach. Just gonna throw that back there.
Yep, like that.
As soon as you guys are back, I'm gonna blow that thing up. Ah, there we go. Oh, we got another
Fuck you.
hell bomb next to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from the hell bomb then.
Getting the radar set up to rise into position. Let's skip ahead to the next time we're actually in a good amount of combat. The orbital napalm barrage is clearing up most of that bug breach for us, giving us pretty smooth sailing to relax over here. Okay, got that. Whoa, you can go sideways really well too. What I just did? Yeah, this is very cool.
Nope, damn it. That's my thing.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
That's the bacon.
It's awesome.
Rare sample acquired. I got the terminal.
I need you guys to know that I am sitting with a box of cereal, like a baby in my lap, just eating dry cereal, living my best life. Also, yeah, I would totally be down for like a plasma pistol.
I got a box of corners on my left arm.
Or something that shoots lasers like the sickle does, where it's just like blap 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 with lasers. That would be cool too.
Laser shotgun when?
Shrimp heaven when?
Shred heaven? What?
Shrimp heaven. That's an old meme. Don't worry about it.
Okay, got it.
That's like an old Facebook meme from like 2008.
Engaging terminal.
Or it was a little bit later than that. Basically, some mom talks about in her mom blog about how every single time they go to the supermarket, their like 5-year-old demands shrimp and keeps just fucking chanting shrimp heaven now and refuses to leave the store until they get shrimp. Just standard, you know,
like
kids
heaven.
being cute stuff. I don't know.
Okay, I need more ammo. A box. We jumped.
Those machine guns here.
Dropping a pin.
Yeah, I swapped out.
300 meters.
You done?
I used all the ammo. You want it, you take it.
Oh no. I got the recoilless, I'm happy.
I got the terminal.
Calling in orbital strike. Heavy, northwest. Close. You have been a Stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Oh, I only have one. 500 remaining. Guess what to do is the old fashioned.
Don't waste another recoilless. I got Fleshy I can shoot.
Yeah. I opened that bastard up.
Open it up like a.
Enemy elite, northwest. 50 meters.
Okay, so more tests are required. Thank you.
Yep.
Be careful, there's a thermite on his body.
Yeah. I noticed that after shooting him. Probably would have kept shooting him anyways.
Nah, I had just dropped it on him about like a half second before you shot. After dying to my own stupidity for, I don't know, the 1,000th time this week, something along those lines, I lose the Stalwart in the middle of that nest, and don't get a good opportunity to call in a new one until the nest is completely donezo. So, yeah, we're gonna be skipping ahead again. This time we're gonna be just showing off the jetpacks just absolute mobility. But first, we just had to watch that Ragdoll sail away. There's a whole bunch of anti-tank mines around here.
Nice.
Tagging map. South, 300 meters.
Heavy, on my position.
Oh, heavy. Let's go.
I just jumped like 100 meters with this thing.
Thank you.
Heavy, on my position.
Appreciate it.
Good. Thank you.
Juice me. Juice me. I need the juice. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Activating jump pack.
I don't care about my stuff.
Objective near your position.
Oh, he's dead.
That was a distance of over 300 meters in under a minute. That's just the kind of movement capabilities you have with the jetpack when running long distances. You guys can probably go this way, and it's a bit faster to extract.
Calling down a support weapon.
I might just be maining the jetpack from here on in.
Yeah, the jetpack is so sweet.
It's just... I want to do that more often.
Yeah, I think if they fix the bug where you can get ragdolled through the little shield pack, I think they'll be a lot more balanced in comparison to each other. Out of the quote-unquote defensive backpacks, I think the only one that needs a buff at this point is the ballistic. Yeah.
Alright.
Dropping a
You wanna
position
take it?
northwest,
Yep.
300 meters.
I'll stop shooting at them.
There we go. Nice.
Requesting orbital strike.
Oh, we got.
Requesting air.
Oh man, I gotta get across this river. Oh wait! Oh my goodness.
Now I'm just jealous.
I know. Well,
Eagle 1 rearming.
be jealous no longer. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
If you're good at the game, you can provide for your friends. Also, let's see if we can,
I think they give you a little more time in between kills for kill streaks, because I'm noticing a lot, like, more numbers pop up.
Are you sure you're not just getting better?
I could also just be getting better, and this is also a pouncer world, so we just have a shit ton of hunters and pouncers I'm shredding through. But, like, I'm not used to getting, like, 50 kill streaks with just the Stalwart.
You have like 10,000 pounds behind you.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
I can only kick out through the time for the moment.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, HE. Good call. Oh, it took a... Oh.
The big question is, can I use the pack
Jesus Christ. Enough pouncers.
and get on top of things? When the heck
You
is-
can. It's just a little bit harder to do because you can ragdoll.
Let's see.
I'd recommend not moving towards the thing and just standing still when you do it, and it'll be fine.
That was such a clutch call on the HE.
Observing location. Danger.
Geez, everything needs reloading. Okay.
Reloading.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Oh, I guess I'll take the last one.
Alright, let's see.
This way, it looks like. I see one thing coming in from there. So, what have we learned? We've learned that the Stalwart is excellent at dealing with Pouncer worlds, where you have lots of different targets that are trying to flank you from all sides and jumping above you, that you can easily switch from target to target to and shred right through entire swarms of them. It also can reload on the fly, meaning that you can just keep moving and keep up with the team. We're also getting flanked from the other side.
I can drop a nade on barrage.
Very clearly, though, it lacks the medium armor penetration that allows it to rip right through Alpha Warriors, usually getting stuck on having to waste a lot of ammo on killing them. You also have to be very finicky with how you're aiming for Hive Guards, and you can have a hard time dealing with Chargers without a stun grenade, but can rely on Thermites instead if you'd rather get that War Bond. I think many of the kill streaks gotten in these clips also demonstrate the fact that it's better than any primary weapon at being a primary weapon, because you can shred through 30 some odd bugs without even having to reload. A feature that really only the flamethrower primary can do, and then you're having to deal with a flamethrower, which can be very finicky for a lot of people to deal with. With that being said, let's take a look at the machine gun in a solo run to see how it fares in comparison. The versatility of the machine gun and being able to damage medium armor penetration means that you can kind of run solo with it a lot easier, because you can take out a lot more targets in comparison to what the Stalwart can on its own. However, the downside is you don't have anyone to cover you, and that means that when you sit still to reload with it, you're gonna run into some problems. Fortunately, I used the Jetpack again to make up for that, and we keep the same mission types, that way we can get an accurate and fair comparison. Having my initial drop-in draw the attention of a nearby point of interest, I immediately get a Bile Titan out of the bug breach. I drop a 500 kg and focus on keep moving away from it while making sure a couple of hunters can't pounce on me. After doing that, I then dive closer towards the electrical outlet station. Over here I see a bunch of scavengers and swap to my secondary, as it's not really worth wasting the machine gun shots on them, unlike the Stalwart. I then see the Bile Titan still alive and go to drop in another 500 kg on it.
Here comes the cavalry.
I didn't know he was still alive. There we go. Gonzo. Used to Adams.
Eagle 1 returning the destroyer for resupply. Prosperity!
Consider shooting the legs out of these rather than the head to avoid the awful situation that is them just rushing me like that. With the right timing, you can start the reload of this without being stationary with the jetpack, which is a very niche but important usage case, especially when playing solo with it, when there's no one else to cover you.
Have a taste of democracy!
I'm gonna have to swing for that. As you can see, the knockback force is enough to take care of hunters. What the heck did he do to me? Here, we're safe. These bozos off. Get started to work on this terminal. We're not going to be going for a full clear in this, because I don't even know how much I'm saving in comparison to everything else. Oh, hey, look, there's a friendo.
Liberty returns.
We'll just sit there. We'll just let him chill. Look, I'm not here. I'm not bothering him. He's not bothering me for now. Okay, that might set him off. He might start bothering me after that. Okay, we're going to here. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop one of these in.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Keep checking your surroundings periodically. Never want to get blindsided by, like, anything, really. Scavengers can even body block you, so they might not kill you outright, but they can sometimes very much support another bug in being able to get the finishing blow like that.
Administering freedom.
Whoa, that was a nice ragdoll. We'll just drop that there. See if we can finish the last stage of this reload, now that we've put some distance. Ah, jeez. See, the machine gun kind of just shreds those guys very easily. You can go right through hive guards, not even having to really worry where you're aiming. I'm gonna reload again. It's not fully out, but I've got these right here. As you can see, I'm having to use the jetpack a lot more defensively than offensively. Additionally, it's having a harder time just taking care of the whole group, but it still shreds through things. It's just the issue is I need to be more aware of where I'm shooting and spreading out targets a lot better. Tried to follow me. Oh. Character slightly got staggered from the jump. That's okay, it occurs. As you can see, the ergonomics being able to aim down is decently fast. Not awful in comparison to the Stalwart. And even when you're on the highest setting, you can still recoil. Oh. You can still control recoil very well through proper utilization. I might be close to that. Always aim for the top of the head of those things. Let's see if I can get away with this turn. Oh, just in time.
Mission map updated. Democracy delivered.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to turn around in time. I can shoot out the underbelly of this guy with decently placed shots. It's just difficult. Alright, there we go. There's a stalker nest here that we should probably just go for. I'll just show you the demonstration of how good these things are against stalkers. Just pay attention and listen. There's definitely one following us from up there, but I'm not that concerned. Got this up.
Permanent hive structure
Got our
destroyed.
stamina.
Main objective near your position.
Keep liberty.
Get that off and just get out of here. Got no reason to stick around. Little overkill, wasting a 500 kg. Ooh,
Democracy
Eagle One
delivered.
rearming.
that was an
Back
interesting
shortly.
jetpack interaction. Oh, geez, you guys caught up pretty fast. Still a stalker over here following me, I think.
Dropping a pin.
Use that to gain more distance and reload midair. It seems you have to double tap it to get that consistently though, which is fine. We are capable of hitting the reload button twice in a row. He just legs right out.
Sub-objective near your location.
I'm just gonna go straight to the Stalker now there, because it's right here. Let that just soften up everything here.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Good time for the Ion Storm after I've summoned that. I saw that Stalker off to my left. Yep, he's cloaked. Tear right through him. Pop a grenade in here. And one in here. If you ever want to know why I don't think it's worth it shooting at scavengers, look at this right here. This is standing in accuracy, and with a little bit of a faster fire rate, but I still can't consistently hit scavengers. It's also, at this point, I'd like to mention that I did this solo run pretty much just sleep deprived. Annoying. There we go. Drop this about here. That should be perfectly timed.
Asset near your location.
Still up. Seeing that the Bile Titan is still up even after that 500 kg, I hit the deck and start trying to shoot at its back sack. I do get splashed with the slowing acid effect, and then jetpack away to reload. I then get caught in the leg, and then it's lights out for me from there. Oh, that's a leg hit. I gotta stim again. He caught me with the leg. That's okay.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Finish him off with one of these.
Democracy is win.
Spam, climb over the body. That in the fire.
Sending down equipment package.
Hard to aim with that, but you can still do it. We're gonna drop this here. Try and bait him in charging to the other guy. The problem that I'm consistently having in this fight is the fact that I don't have a reliable way to take out chargers. Because of this, they keep making it so that way I can't sit still and lay down the hurt on most of the swarm, and I have to just keep on the move. Because of this, there's lots of little scavengers and other things that are just left alive and about that are able to call in bug breaches, which keep exacerbating this issue. It's not like this is the machine gun's fault, it's just more of this is what you get for playing on tier 10 solo and trying to stick in the same area for too long. It's a lot more effective to just metagame and run away to despawn bugs. Set up over here. Oh, I got Ragdoll, it's fine. Just waste us a little bit of time. Absolutely clean everything running for us.
Bag's empty. Last reload.
Drop another grenade. Reload again. Focus the commander. Having taken out the alpha commanders, I now can focus on taking care of the hive guards and warriors, which I churn right through as I push back up the hill, taking the ground back so that way I can actually get to the main objective and finish off the terminal work. That guy's still up. Running out of ammo, I jump pack over the rest of this group and start running towards the resupply so that way I can get more ammo. I'm also out of stim, so really desperately need that because of it too. Taking the time, I do the terminal. He's gonna get stuck on that for a second, so I can just access the terminal. He's trying to burrow under me, so just keep moving when you see somebody do that, because that's just them bugging out and being unable to pathfind towards you. There's another spore charger over there. We're just gonna focus on this. Keep moving. You want to put rocks in between any charger chasing you from behind. I'm surprised he's not bleeding out, but...
Throwing grenade.
I see you. I have got to deal with these guys, too. Yeah, I can't just focus the charger.
Unleashing democracy. You will never destroy our way of
Hopefully that gets all the annoying things following us.
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly.
I'm going to reload here because we got cover behind the rock. If bugs have to pathfind around something to get to you, always a good time to reload. There's a vial that came out of that. I have to run all the way around over here. Not anymore.
Sub-objective nearby.
Up and over, up and over?
Asset secured.
Okay. You know what? Fine. We got there in the end. That's all that matters. After clearing up what's behind me, I run around to the back side of the rock and start trying to take out this impaler. Unfortunately, I'm aiming a bit too high and things bounce off the armor, and 2 alpha warriors sneak up on me from around the corner. This leads to me being dead and unable to get to my setup for a good while. So we are dropping right here, but our only objective with this... Oh, that still has 12 more seconds. We're probably just dead for no reason then.
Running low.
Alright, we'll try to land on the rock this time.
Deploying reinforcements.
Okay, no, it's just not going to let us control our thing at all. We're probably just dead again. I still really hate the inconsistencies with hell pods and when you actually get control over them. Fortunately, I get this excellent shot out of it. That's a nice little 500 kg of 39 kills, but as you can see, it's nowhere near enough to deal with the enemy saturation in this area. I have to use another one just to clear the alpha commanders off of me. From there, I can't even kill the Bile Titan, which is then stuck on that rock and constantly barfing on the main objective. Because of this, this just kind of becomes a winless situation that just spirals out of control more and more. Again, if you're ever playing this game with the actual intention to win rather than just to do this, which is to goof off and show something's true potential, I wouldn't recommend just sticking around to something that's gone sideways. Running is fair and valid. We've now skipped ahead again to when I've equipped the machine gun again. I'm getting real sick and tired of these bugs bullshit, so I dive back in to reload and take care of the main objective. Alright, so they're spawning in more bullshit. As they do. That guy is just completely broken.
Deploying equipment.
Yeah, we're just going to have to back up over here.
Have a taste of democracy.
Deploying support weapon.
Drop a new one. Spray into the crowd. Then we grab one of these.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Eagle 1, we're back in business.
Okay, just gonna dodge that.
Coming in hot.
failures from earlier is apparently still up. Just keep moving and shooting towards the helmet. We are burning a lot of time, which then just gives them another opportunity to call in boys on us, but... And despite the jetpack's best efforts, we don't get to make enough space for ourselves that we can reload the machine gun. Because of that, I don't have the fire rate to take care of the swarms of alpha warriors coming in. This is the greatest downside of the regular machine gun as opposed to the Stalwart. The Stalwart you can reload on the move, allowing you to keep clearing this horde out rather than getting stuck in a situation where you can't reload. This ends up being our demise. With that, I have been Quintessence42, your lone archiver. I hope this has been emblematic of what these guns are good for and what you should use them for and what they suck at. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you have any feedback or comment for me, please leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you tomorrow. Arrivederci.